With the one game that we know coming out in 2021 being Mario 3D World, we had to start talking about what this game is going to bring to the table. The game releases in the beginning of February, which is just a couple of months away, and we're ever so closer to see what Bowser's Fury, the secret game mode, is going to be. So today we'll be talking about the 10 things that we need to see changed or have added to Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. These are in no particular order, and we're just talking about all the different things that could be added to make the game the best that it ever could be. Before we get started, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Sometimes YouTube messes up and unsubs lots of people, and you guys have been doing a great job at this. Since most of you guys are not subscribed that tune into my videos, I've been putting these out pretty much the last couple of videos, and you guys have actually been going crazy with subscribing to the channel and changing these numbers. Our goal right now is to get to the subscribe bar up to 20%, and we are growing it actually pretty quickly. So please just make sure that you're subscribed. If you tune into my videos all the time, just hit that sub button for me real quick, and it will mean so much to me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Also, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed everything that you've seen by the end of the video. Thank you so much, and let's get into what the things we need to see are in Super Mario 3D World. First off, we need a lot more characters, and I'm talking more that was in the original game. We should have characters like Wario, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and even Daisy. I think they're characters that would be really fun, and each character would have their own individual special move that they can do, like Rosalina has her Galaxy Spin, like from actually Mario Galaxy. So it'd be cool to see all these different characters' abilities and the things that they could do within Mario 3D World. They could even throw in some surprises for the heck of it, you know, since Nintendo loves to have Zelda references in Mario 3D World and also just Mario games in general. What if they had Link as a playable character, as a secret, like 100% completion as a playable character? Maybe like a playable world from his games. So that would be so cool. You go around Hyrule Castles from Mario 3D World. That would be pretty insane. I think a lot of people would love that. But overall, just add some more characters, and I think we'll be good on that part. We know in Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, there are going to be different multiplayer game modes, and we know that some of them can be competitive and some of them can be co-op. And that's exactly what I think we need, but I think they need also multiple different modes to make the levels even more fun. Maybe some are a collectathon, or maybe some is a speedrun, or maybe you're just trying to complete the game with friends online or with randoms online. I think they need to have just different types of categories and a good amount of online game modes to make these levels more appealing after you already beat the game. Especially considering the fact that this game came out so long ago and many people probably already played this game, it's just going to be like, you know, more replay value for people that had the Wii U. You know, more reasons to go back and play these levels and more reasons to play with random people online and experience different ways of Mario 3D World can actually be played. And I think that would be a lot of fun, so we definitely need a good amount of game modes to play that new online mode with. Mario 3D World needs a time trial or leaderboard, and they need to see how fast people can complete levels. Now, we had this with Miiverse races, and it was just kind of weird how it worked. I don't think anybody truly understood what that did, but we need a way to kind of race the fastest players in their ghost forms, and maybe even try to see if you could beat their times and have kind of a ranking leaderboard for this. We've had these actually in Mario Odyssey for the minigames and also for the Koopa free-running races, so I would love to see this kind of return in Mario 3D World and have their own kind of ranking for each level. And maybe there's a reward for reaching a specific time, just like you do in Crash Bandicoot with the relics. Maybe they could do something like that within Mario 3D World, where if you beat a specific time, or maybe there's different times you can beat for maybe a platinum or a gold or silver medal or something like that that you can achieve. That would make replaying the levels a lot more fun and trying to reach that perfect time and that perfect score. Now, number 7 is kind of similar to the last one, but instead of just time trials, maybe they have leaderboards for maybe, you know, the most points per stage, or maybe the most collectibles collected, or maybe it can tell, you know, who has collected the first 100% of the game, or stuff like that, to kind of increase people's, you know, actual completion of Mario 3D World. For instance, to 100% the game, you actually have to get the flag with every character, and at least the top of the flag one time for every level, all the stamps, and many more, including green stars for each level, which there are 3 of them, and the bonus stages and bonus levels and everything around that. So there's a lot of stuff to do in 3D World with tons of replay value, so maybe it tells you how you compare with others around the world. With the main game in Mario 3D World, I think we should see a little bit more extra stages. Now, there are tons in the original version, don't get me wrong. There are so many levels and extra worlds and surprises thrown into that game, so it really wouldn't make me that mad if they didn't add anything. But I think it'd be really cool if they added maybe just a couple worlds or a couple of levels, just maybe like super challenging levels for the hardest of gamers, or maybe just some additional levels in the current worlds that we already have, or maybe some small changes that would make me say, ooh, I remember this differently in the original version, something to change things up a little bit. That would be really cool and really cool, worth noting. But like I said, if nothing was added, I would be perfectly fine too, because this is one of the few games and few Mario games that has this much content built into it. I think it would be an incredible thing to have Mario 3D Land stages remade for Mario 3D World. Now, if you remember Mario 3D Land, the stages were not that dynamic. They were actually very smaller, dumbed down levels compared to Mario 3D World, but they were still some really good levels in there, and I would think it would be really cool to kind of throw some of those within Mario 3D World. Now, that doesn't have to be the entire game, but they could have just different multiple levels thrown into maybe its own world. Maybe there's a whole 3D Land themed world that we get, and I think that would be absolutely super fun. So maybe Nintendo has been working on that alongside Bowser's Fury. I doubt it, since Bowser's Fury seems to be the new game mode, but I think this would be a really cool addition to the game. I think Mario 3D World should actually have a hard mode or an extra achievement mode, kind of the same way once again that Crash Bandicoot had, but this time I'm thinking more along the lines of Donkey Kong Country. In Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze at least, there is a hard mode where it gives the character one heart of life, and I think that'd be really cool for Mario 3D World. Instead of having any type of power-ups or anything in the level, maybe it's just a strict finish the level with, with only one life. Now, I don't know exactly how this would work, because I think lots of levels require power-ups, such as like the double cherry and stuff, which actually acts as multiple different hits, but I think one way that they could do this is maybe just as soon as you get touched by an enemy, the level ends. Whether you get small or not, the level ends, so don't get hit by anything, and I think that would make it a lot of fun, and maybe you get like a little special badge or emblem for completing the level without taking damage, or completing the level within the extra hard mode. I want Bowser's Fury to be more than just extra 3D World levels. Yes, I want everything 3D World related to stay within 3D World, and I think it's safe to say that this will probably happen. This game already looks like it's going to have extra, types of gameplay elements that the original game didn't have. For instance, it looks like it's going to be more of an open world Mario game for once for Mario 3D World, which just doesn't make sense, and I can't wait to see how that works. But there's a lot of things going on so far that we have no clue what Bowser's Fury is going to be like. So I'm hoping that it's at least its own thing, whether you're playing as Bowser or you're playing as Mario, you're doing some different type of thing mechanically. I hope it just feels like its own separate mode instead of an addition or add-on to Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World already has a boss battle level where you can just play through all the boss battles. It's like a boss blitz thing, which I absolutely love these things. That's why I've always loved Kirby's True Arenas and Arena game modes. And the only thing here is you can't really play as Bowser's boss battles, and you can't really fight him again in these, but I think it'd be really cool to have one giant, boss battle game mode thing, where you can just go through and play through all these bosses, or maybe make it harder, make it more difficult, add more bosses, or tweak some of the ones that are currently in the game, since a lot of them are extremely easy, and maybe Bowser's Fury will add more bosses, so maybe there's a boss mode that just combines every single boss in the game in kind of an arena or true arena format from the Kirby games. And last but not least, I want to have a playable Bowser in Bowser's Fury. Now, I know we had this before, and people bring it up all the time about Mario and Luigi with Bowser's Inside Story. And yes, you could play with Bowser, but it wasn't a full-fledged big adventure 3D game the way that Mario Odyssey was. And when we were able to play with Bowser in Mario Odyssey, it felt right. There's something that just felt good about the movement and how Bowser felt within the controller. And I think they need to explore these options again, and what better way to do that with the extra game mode of Bowser's Fury. It's called Bowser's Fury. Let us be ferocious with Bowser. So Pretty much what I'm thinking here is that maybe half the game or the beginning of the game starts off with Mario and then it peels off into more of a Bowser story. Maybe something happened when Bowser flew off the tower at the end of Mario 3D World and he landed in some type of weird area or ancient ruins and he has to get out. So maybe you could play with him. Maybe there's something with Bowser Jr. that comes in. You could play with him as well. But I think they need to add something like that. That'd be a lot of fun just to go complete terror crazy and just terrorize the world as Bowser. I think that would be a lot of fun and a lot of people would enjoy that, especially after the experience we had with Mario Odyssey. But with all these hopes that we want to see coming to Mario 3D World, I'm sure it will be very soon until we see some more information regarding this game, because the game comes out very soon, and even the official website for the game still isn't fully updated. That also says more info soon. And don't forget the Bowser's Fury part of the page also says more info coming soon on that as well, so there's sure to be some type of maybe info drop or maybe even a part of the Nintendo Direct, I hope, with this information in it. But we'll probably get more information probably at the very beginning of next year, which is very soon, this week actually. So we'll see what happens with Nintendo in the future and with this game. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and remember to subscribe if you guys are new, to stay up to date on all things Mario 3D World and Nintendo in general. And also, if you want to chat with me and other members in our Discord, you can do that as well. The link is in the description down below, so go ahead and check that out and join if you want to today. It's free and it's fun. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I will see you on the next one. See you guys.